Hi, I'm Tom Hollingsworth from Gestalt IT, and I'm talking tech with my friend Sam.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sam Clements, a technical solutions architect with WWT.
All right, Sam, what do you want to talk about with tech today?
I was reflecting on sort of the state of things, and something that I hear over and over again that always seems to rub me the wrong way is the problem's always DNS. I mean Wi-Fi. The problem's always something, right? And everybody likes to latch onto the Wi-Fi is down, and we Wi-Fi professionals, we all get grumpy because look, they're blaming the Wi-Fi again, and it's not really the Wi-Fi. And my stance on it is, people blame the Wi-Fi for all of the problems, and I think that's okay. Because I feel like we all want to be sort of masters of our own domain, right? This is really where it comes from, right? I don't want the thing that I got, but that I put in, right, that I hung my name on. When something goes wrong, I don't want people to look at my thing as being the thing that's broken. And I get that because, we all want to own something. We all want it to be a flagship of whatever it is our skills can give somebody. But what that does is it drives a wedge between the users who are using our solution and us, whom they are going to for support. You have to put yourself in the shoes of a user, I think 9 times out of 10, and you have to realize that they don't have anywhere to go. They're faced with, okay, great, I can open up a help desk ticket and I can send something off into oblivion. I can go pick up a phone call and sit in a phone tree somewhere and hit 0 1,000 times to get to an operator, or I can go to my buddy who I know knows something about technology and I can say, hey, my thing is down, my Wi-Fi is down, and if you stop if you sort of take a step back from the knee-jerk reaction of, it's not my Wi-Fi, right? And you take a step back and you go, why did Tim trust me enough to come talk to me? And what I'm going to do to Tim is I'm going to go, well, it's not me. Go do something else. When in reality, what we need to be doing is we need to be building these bridges with our users. It's hard to educate somebody by just smacking over the head with a sledgehammer and going, it's not my problem, go away. Mm-hmm. What you have to do is you have to sit down, you have to talk to them, and you have to get to the root of the problem, whatever the problem is. If it's DNS or if it's DHCP or if it's, they connected to the wrong network, it kind of doesn't matter. But what you have to do is you have to sit down and you have to build a rapport with that person. And once you build a rapport with that person and you help them through whatever their problem is, they may have blamed the Wi-Fi. But ideally, what comes out of that relationship where you sit down and you talk to the person about what the problem is and you educate that person is you've built a stronger relationship with them and you've defended what you've been able to do. But more importantly, you've accomplished helping somebody. And that's really, at the end of the day, what we're here for. Look, I don't know how many wireless certification exams there are out there, but they all touch on those underlying network services for a reason. Yes, we know it's a DHCP server problem. We know that, some Windows admin, let the logs fill up on the hard drive and the box crashed and therefore it looks bad on our Wi-Fi. Yeah, we get all that. Frankly, the users don't care. And it's a bit of a slap in the face when somebody sits down to you and go, yeah, you know what, I think I'm having a problem here. Can you help me with this? As a trusted person, and our knee-jerk reaction is to go, not my problem. When we're all not just Wi-Fi people. We all want to be just Wi-Fi people, right? We all want to just live in 802.11 all day long, but our Wi-Fi networks have to attach to something. And you have to be at least passingly competent at what those underlying services are and what you attach to and connect to and all the services that come together to make a client get online, right? And when you take that step back and you go, yeah, not my problem, what I think you're demonstrating is that you're not demonstrating pride in your Wi-Fi network. What you're demonstrating is a defensive reaction to being called out on something. And frankly, most users, they don't realize that they're telling you that your baby is ugly. What they're doing is they're crying out for help. And if you can help somebody, and frankly, it wasn't the Wi-Fi, right? I called the Windows server admin and they realized the logs were full and they rebooted the thing. You have now turned yourself into a useful member of the support staff, as opposed to that person who just sits there and it's not my problem, right? And so I take the approach of, people blame the Wi-Fi all the time. And you're right, it's rarely the Wi-Fi, but that's okay. That's okay, because I think at the end of the day, what do we do if not connect users? And I think you have to sit down and build a rapport with those users. And I think that that's probably just as important as the underlying technology.
So would you say it's valuable for people in any kind of user-facing role, not only to work on those soft skills, but also to understand the various different components that go into a system, so that rather than just immediately having that knee-jerk reaction of like, it's not my spectrum, it is this, that they can immediately then say, let's take a look at DNS resolution, let's look at, firewall rules, let's try to get you to a place where you need to be, kind of like a general practitioner doctor is like, I don't know everything there is to know about your ears, but I know a guy who can help you. Let's just make sure that it's your ears first.
Bingo. My next door neighbor was in construction. He's looking to get into technology, and so I'm trying to help him out. And as I sit and look at the world through his eyes, anybody's eyes, right, who's getting started in networking, if you were to just forget everything you knew about the OSI model, switching, routing, Wi-Fi, the whole 9 yards, how long would it take you to come up to speed just enough to talk competently about 802.11? You still need to understand all of his underlying services. And as he's talking to me going, hey man, you said something about addresses and DHCP, what is that? It's easy to remember that these things that we take for granted all day long. Somebody that's new to the industry, they have no concept of addresses, much less automatically assigning an address, much less prescriptively assigning a range of addresses, right? There's so much work that has to go into just the underlying foundational stuff before you can even get to Wi-Fi. And it's easy for us, I think, to overlook that. Every vendor everywhere wants the Wi-Fi solution to be full stack. They want it to be Wi-Fi plus switching plus firewall and routing and all these things. And that's great from a solutions perspective, or it is what it is. But every vendor everywhere is trying to push for less siloed technology focuses. Oh, you're a Wi-Fi person. You're only going to be useful to me if you do Wi-Fi and switching, Wi-Fi and servers. We all need to up-level our skills, yet I think we all have the skills that we need to go and explore these other technologies because we have them foundationally. What we're doing is we're sticking our nose up in the air and going, I don't want to do that. And it makes us look bad. Makes us look really, really bad, because really, what could we be doing? We could be sitting down and learning about these other services and being useful to our organizations, our users, the vendors of the gear that we're positioning across the board. And instead, we're being stuck up, petulant little pricks.
I think that's fair. And everyone knows the prototypical IT guy who either not my problem or move so I can fix it.
Yep.
And they don't understand that you're creating that relationship with someone who could be an advocate or an ally for you along the lines if you're just willing to take a little extra time and work with them.
You bet. And really, how hard is that to be? Oh my gosh, I didn't get credit for closing my, I have a ticket in the help desk system, and if it's closed under Wi-Fi, then I look bad. No, you look good because you're helping your team resolve issues for the users, which is the point of your team. Right? It's the point of being there. And so, yeah, I'm okay with people blaming the Wi-Fi, even though I know that when I step on the gas in my car and I hear a clunk, I go, man, it's the transmission. It may not be the transmission, it may be the rear end. Frankly, as a driver, I don't care. What I care about is this is a plea for help. There's something wrong with my car and it's clunking sort of in that direction. Hey, you person that I trust, come help me. Okay, cool. You want to tell me it's not my transmission? Fine. Tell me it's my rear end. I don't care. Educate me all you want. But don't just go, oh, well, it's you. If you took your car into a dealership and said, oh, I think it's a transmission, and they looked at the transmission, could replicate the clunk, but they knew it's not the transmission, they're not going to give it back to you. They're going to go, oh, look. You've identified a thing. Yeah, you maybe didn't look in the right spot, but let's help you out. Let's fix your problem anyway. Why can't we do that?
Well, Sam, this was a fascinating tech talk because we're talking about tech, but not in the way that we typically do. And I think it's been very helpful. Maybe it's something out there that people can really understand a little bit better. As advocates for technology, maybe what we need to do is start advocating for the things that will help people understand technology better and be more comfortable with it, instead of just saying, not my problem, and running away.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you out there for listening. If you want to check out more great tech talks like this, along with a lot of other great content, make sure you head over to gestaltit.com. We have interviews and lots of blog posts and lots of other things you want to check out. And if you want to see more great videos like this one, make sure you check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Gestalt IT Video. We'll be back with more great tech talks very soon.